Ladies, I hope you got your vagina a passport, because today we're going to take your vagina on down to Venezuela.
Venezuela?
We've got guest starring today, Dennis Normandy von Studebaker, Rob's Rides, and Wesley P. Moon.
Wesley P. Moon. P stands for penis.
Penis. It does, actually, right? It stands for penis.
And our parents were nudists. What are we drinking tonight? What's left of...
Yeah, what's not very much left. This is going to be our post-fight show based on the Cormier-Lewis fight, the Black Beast, versus the dominating light heavyweight title holder. And,
there were a few good fights on the card.
There were a few good ones. We saw the prelims. We're not really going to talk about them. Those were good. Some of those were really good, but Derek Brunson versus Israel Adesanya.
Adesanya.
Yeah, Adesanya here.
Yeah.
For extra spice and
extra
everything
spice.
nice.
And your potato salad.
We just started adding.
You add to the Rowdy Rough Boys. What is the Rowdy Rough Boys?
That's from Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But he didn't fight. Israel didn't fight that guy. He fought Brunson.
He fought Brunson.
Yes.
So that was a really good fight, and I really, really expected.
Well, I expected more out of Brunson. I was a little disappointed with him.
I did too, but the same time, that Israel Adesanya.
Brunson was too scared.
Dude, that guy was a fucking monster. He went in there like a champion and fucking surprised the shit out of me, dude.
Brunson was too scared of a stand-up game.
I give that fight of the night. I know you were saying that Cannonier and Branch. No.
Weidman and Souza fight of the night for me.
Weidman and Souza. I have to give the fight of the night to Adesanya and Brunson because
I'm not liking Israel.
Fighter of the night.
He's too young, too new, and too cocky. And he needs to have a real fight. I thought Brunson would give it to him, but Brunson kind of bitched out on the stand-up game.
Dude, Adesanya went in there and did some very technical shit.
Yeah, he did.
I was more than impressed. Technical. I was as impressed as when I saw what's his name do that technical shit against Pettis.
You talking about Tony Ferguson?
Tony Ferguson survived against Pettis and did some badass shit. I was even more impressed with this Adesanya guy. I think he's somebody to watch.
Adesanya, he's a top level freaking kickboxer.
That motherfucker blew my fucking mind.
Which explains why Brunson was so scared to stand
But
up.
Brunson was so good.
I mean, if you look at any of the media like building up to this fight, it's basically like it was like Adesanya already had he was already in Brunson's head, before even the fight started.
And that showed for the fight. It was.
Yeah, it really did, man.
Because he was totally wigged out. He was scared.
But Brunson is a top guy right now. He is a top ass fucking contender.
But he totally bitched out in this fight.
Yeah, I mean Brunson usually he's put a lot of pressure on these guys.
Even if that guy, even if that guy was on top of his shit and doing the best he's ever done, that Adesanya guy had this kind of technicality about him I have not seen in a long time.
I think Brunson didn't. He
probably fought the most well-rounded striker he's ever fought in his entire life tonight.
Brunson fought?
Yeah, most definitely.
And he was scared of him, and it showed. And he made a
poor
showing.
I would have been scared too because Adesanya did
so elusive, man.
So elusive. He was doing some shit like you never see. Like, I saw that in Ferguson when he was fighting Pettis. When he looked like he got hurt, he was able to back out of his fights in a certain way and flip around and dissipate and get away from him. But it wasn't the same. This guy he was on his own level in a way that I haven't seen in a long time.
Clearly on his own level.
And he has this real thin build, but it's real tall and weighs that much. His muscles got to be super dense, and I bet you he hits harder than fuck.
I mean, I don't necessarily.
Israel's too cocky.
It ended up winning with him knocking that guy out, right? He knocked out Brunson.
He was a TKO, man. Yeah.
It was
almost embarrassing how that fight ended.
It was, yeah, that's right.
His name's Israel, and I don't even think he's Jewish.
He's from Israel, yeah.
Is he really?
He's from that general area.
So he is Jewish.
I thought they were saying he was a fighter from Kenya.
He actually is from Kenya. I think he's. I don't know exactly where he's from.
I don't know.
He's not from the States though.
That's all she wrote on the gentleman.
Gentleman Jack. And if you ever get a chance to go to Lynchburg, I've said it before, fucking go, take the tour.
I'd love to, and we'll get a chance soon.
Yeah.
We'll do a live show going there.
I got a card that gets us in a special room, and we get treated right. Tennessee Squires.
Are there trannies? Because
it's
it's kind of like
kind of
it's
a deep
kind of
south
like Subway.
area. They frown on it, sort of thing. So
everyone wants the foot long, but they can only handle 6 inches.
Jesus.
That's the only tranny joke of the day. All right, we're gonna move on to Carl Robinson and Jack Marshman, which I thought was a fucking
that
pretty
was a good fight.
That
Robinson
was a good
controlled
brawl.
that fight though.
He did.
He kept throwing that. He had a left counter. Caught
Yes,
him
he
every
did.
fucking time throughout
Yes,
the whole,
he did.
all rounds. Got a good stiff fucking overhand left, and would catch Marshman on the chin damn near every time. But Marshman has a hard fucking head.
They had
he
a
didn't
brawl.
back down. He just absorbed all those fucking hits.
He was that guy that ended up taking a lot of significant blows.
Yeah.
And it didn't affect him at all.
Yeah, he just kept on going forward, man.
Like a monster.
Just kept coming forward.
I couldn't believe that shit, dude.
Robinson was obviously the better skilled. I mean, Marshman was he was outclassed.
Yeah, most definitely.
But he was in it, and it was a good fight. It was an excellent fight.
Yeah, he almost looked a little bit chubby. That was him, right?
And that's the thing
Marshman?
I like.
Or was that weed?
Yeah, well, he's not all. I mean, he was fit. He just wasn't all cut up like everybody else.
Yeah, he wasn't cut up like everybody else. But I've never. He was the Scotsman.
He looked like
he was from.
I guess he had to build like Hugh Jackman in the first X-Men movie, when first time he had to play Wolverine.
Motherfucker, you're always bringing up Hugh Jackman. We know you want to fuck him, dude.
Well,
we get it.
Attractive man.
I think he's an alternative porno called
I do remember.
Jasmine.
He wasn't as ripped as he is now.
I jerked off to the guy, okay?
All right, well,
get over it. All right, you're bringing up a bad, rough history for me.
Sorry, man. My life revolves
I was
around
wondering,
movies, so
I was wondering if I was in them in. There was Jason Statham. Yeah,
Jason Statham's awesome.
He was bald, but I would have maybe. But then I realized that I kind of liked vaginas. Okay, guys.
Bald vaginas.
Let's get over
you
it.
like little hair.
I like a little fluff on the tuff.
Okay.
I think Wes is just trying to let us know that, man, he's just ready for the huge ass man,
He's ready to take. He's ready for a black beast of his own.
Yeah, he might be.
No, not my type.
I don't know. Derek Lewis is a handsome man.
The guy's cool as shit. I really like him, and I really wanted to win out of him tonight. But we're
I
not ready
did
to talk
too.
about that fight just yet.
But I like Cormier so much.
I love Cormier.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with that fight, but there were some other good fights. I went into this fight thinking we're getting a bunch of schlubs.
But that
completely wrong. And
honestly,
I feel like an idiot for thinking that.
The main event went pretty much exactly as it was going to happen.
Exactly as it was going to happen.
Too good of a fighter.
And I said first round, he's done. He's on the ground that fast. It's done. It's over. Cormier is going to win it on the back.
But great game plan.
What ended up
Cormier.
happening in round 2?
Rear naked choke.
We'll get into that.
Well, okay, we'll get into that. But what we got? David Branch and
Jared Conier.
David Branch.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
I thought he looked pretty schlubby the whole time. He ended up fucking winning. I thought Cormier was doing good, and my dude, I didn't.
Cannonier.
Cormier.
I don't know. He was doing good, and he was losing the fight.
I thought Cannonier was dominating the fight, and David
Branch was dominating.
David Branch was dominating.
Yeah, he was, and he lost at the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
had a minute to go.
I remember saying,
he was looking good against on the fences.
I was saying I'm going for David Branch. I like a little bit of cream in my coffee. And David Branch ended up fucking going for a loss, man.
once you start creaming, the women start screaming.
It's what happened.
Man.
That's what happened.
Dude. That was a good match, though.
That was a great match, and you could tell the tide turned instantly. It wasn't. You saw Branch, and he looked slower. He looked like he wasn't. No, it was Cannonier looked slower. The other guy, David Branch, looked like he was moving real quick the whole time.
I think he was just winning more of the grappling exchanges or against the cage and stuff like that.
He kept going for the takedown.
Yeah, he seemed a little bit stronger there in those exchanges. But until the fight kind of got later on in the rounds, it's just kind of it shifted in energies, and. Yeah, the other guy ended up taking the fight.
He did, and he was able to take it and get that win. That was a good battle.
He was definitely the wiener.
Yeah, the wiener. He was definitely.
Nah, I'm not gonna call him wiener.
He was definitely the Anthony Weiner of that fight.
We're not talking about politics.
We're not. But when we go on to Chris Weidman versus Souza.
That was a really good fight.
Jacare Souza.
They were so evenly matched.
Souza.
And these are two of the best grapplers in their weight division right now.
But I live in America. I have the right
to try to think about that division and really think about anybody else.
Souza.
Not the best.
Souza won. Souza's the winner.
They're really great grapplers.
You would have to give it to Yoel Romero as far as one of the best grapplers.
Yeah. But these two are good grapplers, and they're known for grappling. And here they are in pretty much a kickboxing match, the whole fight.
Yeah, because they were so evenly matched.
Yeah, well, when we go back to Robinson and Marshman,
it wasn't until the very end when Souza.
Which is so bizarre.
If we go back to Robertson and Marshman,
Marshman, he didn't want to jump on him and start pounding him out.
I saw Robinson and Marshman going on the ground, and I think it was Marshman that was dodging those hits so good on his back. From his back, and he ended up. That was who they had in the triangle the whole time, right? Robinson ended up having Marshman in the triangle most of the fight. Was that fight?
I don't think it was that fight. I think it was what fight was that? Maybe it was that fight. Shit, I don't remember.
Dude, we drank a lot.
I'm kind of tipsy.
We should have taken notes. Hey, the next episode we're gonna take notes. We're gonna be a little bit more into it. We had a bunch of people here.
No, that was Jason Knight and Jordan Rinaldi. Rinaldi had the triangle on Jason Knight the whole time.
Yeah. I remember that.
And,
that was
Jason
prelim.
Knight was basically having it was prelim fight. That was the best of the prelim fights. And Jason Knight, he was on the defensive all night.
Yes.
He was basically having a fight with the guy having his back in a triangle.
Yes, you're right. You're right. It was beard versus no beard.
Yeah.
Jason Knight, the Kid Knight. Ended up, that was so good.
That was
Dude,
a great prelim match.
He was getting bombs thrown at him and moving on his back in a way I've never seen before on somebody on their back.
And again,
he did end up losing the fight, but
it was a good fight.
Put up a fucking brawl. That motherfucker.
He was just outclassed a little bit. But he survived the fight.
He was on the ground.
He was on the ground, outclassed.
I think it was pretty. I think they did a good matchup.
It was a good matchup.
It was a good matchup. Rinaldi came out with the win.
He won. He deserved the win. He basically controlled the fight. But Jason Knight, he gave it his all. It was a good fight.
We did end up watching the Eubanks versus Modafferi fight, and that was a pretty good one too. They were brawling fucking hard. That was amazing.
Those were the chicks, right?
Yes.
And you were wondering about, it wasn't Eubanks. Who was the other one?
Modafferi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Well, she has
Roxanne.
Roxanne. She put on the fucking red light when she gave up and fucking lost.
She showed a lot of heart in that fight. She
did.
Really did.
And it came up during the fights that her breasts are a little bit bigger than other fighters.
That's what I said. I said, does that
affect?
Make a difference in actually throwing punches? Because, I'm thinking your boobs could get in the way. Her boobs aren't super huge, but they're definitely bigger than other fighters. And I thought maybe that's kind of a factor in that.
It might be a factor
honest kind of thought.
I mean, what if you have a giant wiener and you're a male fighter? Does it throw your center of gravity off, or does it help
kicks off?
Hell, I might just use it as a fucking new,
I know that for me,
grappling freaking choke,
For me personally, it throws my kicks off, but it does allow me to do the rear naked dick choke quite well.
I like to do my rear dick tickler jokes where I get a normal dick rear naked choke, but I like to shove my shaft in the man's ass just so
while you're doing the regular naked choke, rear naked choke. Yeah. You gotta shove the shaft in there. You know, that really for me is definitely a tap out point, because it's like, you know, I like it so much that I don't want to finish on the mat, because that would be embarrassing for there to be a bunch of cum in my pants.
Well, I mean, what's the difference? look at the mat at a UFC event. It's covered in blood, right? It's just DNA. And
apparently,
and if you were there, semen. Blood and semen, right? It's just DNA.
It's just DNA.
Just DNA.
At the end of the day, unless they see it
aisle 5
spewing through your pants, like they would in the rear naked dentist semen in your ass choke, they would know.
Is that the technical name of that move?
Yes. Quite frankly, it is. But they would know that was the reason that you tapped, was because you were so sexually gratified you had to give them the fight at that point. That's why I'm lucky I've never been in that choke in public. But that, you know, the fact that we see some of these fighters tapping at the rear naked choke, we're thinking maybe they're doing the special dentist rear naked choke. We don't know.
I don't know.
Next time, look for a bulge in their pants and see if you see some goo pop out.
Hey, all I'm saying is a finger up the rear makes you think about something a little bit extra.
I thought you were gonna rhyme that with queer.
I did too. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed. A finger up the rear makes you feel a little queer, and that's kind of the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. We love you, by the way. If you're listening and you try to sue us, we do love you, and we'll pay you the money we can.
Right.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
The Rock 316.
Fuck The Rock. I give a shit about Austin 316, you fucking bastard. Stone Cold was my hero as a child.
Because Shaka Zulu said so.
And now Ronda Rousey's going to be some people's
she is out there.
Because she's in WWE now.
Yeah.
She is.
I saw her wearing a
Back
kilt
in my day, it was
like,
Stone Cold Steve Austin in WWF.
Well, I'm a little older in
World
WWF.
Wildlife Foundation.
We had the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, and Rowdy Piper in my day.
Which, by the way, did y'all ever see that Rowdy Piper video? Like, he had a movie out.
Yeah,
he did a movie called Hell Comes to Frogtown. You ever see that movie?
Fuck that. Fuck that shit. You're a piece of shit,
He plays
Wes.
Sam Hell. Great movie.
like that's the movie you fucking pop up about Roddy Piper.
Look it up. It's my favorite Roddy Piper movie.
We're gonna pop this shit up. They Live. It was called They Live.
They Live.
But what's the next one? Right there. Look at it. Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Fuck you, Dennis. You piece of shit. Body Slam, yeah. Pro wrestlers versus zombies. God damn.
He made some terrible movies.
He made some terrible movies.
All of them except for Hell Comes to Frogtown. I
highly
recommend
Hey,
that
look,
movie.
guys. He even made a racist movie called Don't Look Black.
It says back.
It says back, I know. But Immortal Kombat. Oh God, that's awful.
Yeah. Immortal.
Look right here on the screen. Immortal Kombat, 1993 fantasy.
Is that like a knockoff of Highlander?
Fuck, I don't know. We'll fucking read it, because quite frankly, I'm interested. 1994, I was fucking 3 years old, 2 years old, whatever.
94 was a good year.
What's this fucking bullshit popping up on here? L.A. cop John Keller is a hot-headed and has a problem with authority, while his Japanese partner JJ uses karate as a weapon.
JJ doesn't really sound like a Japanese name.
Shang, I don't know. Zhang, that would be like French. When their partner is killed working undercover at a party, John takes a hunch that leads him to an island where a corporation is using an ancient formula to make indestructible weapons. Together with reporter Karen Keller, because they had to have a women lead.
Okay, so this is
They must find the killer and put an end to the indestructible warriors.
So the name is it's just a knockoff of Mortal Kombat. They go to an island and duke it out.
Dude,
right?
literally, you're right. But They Live. They Live was fucking badass.
Read Hell Comes to Frogtown.
These motherfuckers.
Looking it up. Hold on.
He ends up going to this place. He's in this fucking compound. He finds some glasses. He's like, what the fuck are these? And he takes a pair with him. And he ends up putting them on, and he's seeing the billboards everywhere saying different things than what they would normally say.
Yeah, it's basically like the big video, like the big movie that freaking like.
But he's seeing people in suits, and he's like, puts the glass on, he's like, oh fuck, they're aliens, ah!
He's like MK Ultra, they're coming, mind control!
He ends up getting in like a 30-minute fight in one part of the movie.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And that guy was a wrestler too, I think.
Wait, who was that person?
Fuck, I don't know.
How do you skip this ad? We're watching a preview for Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Oh god, you and your freaking.
Take a tinkle while you look at that. That was a good movie though.
Right? Here it is. I can turn the sound up. And in this movie, it's the future.
Is that Princess Elsa right there?
I don't know. This is the future, and it's after a nuclear war.
So it's like a post-apocalyptic type of movie?
Post-apocalyptic, and you got some mutated folk who look like giant frog people, and then men are scarce. And so women snatch men for breeding purposes.
Looks quite terrible. I would never watch this movie.
It's awful. I saw it when I was like 6, and I loved it.
Just because it's your nostalgia doesn't make it a good movie.
It does.
This whole trailer, dude.
There's a frog
trailer,
person.
Oh my
See him?
God.
Look at it. Great.
He's covered in semen. No.
Okay, we don't have to watch the whole thing. It's a clip there. But anyway.
No, fuck that. Continue.
Okay. It looks like
there's a car driving down the road. It's pink.
I thought I was
looks like
the
Ford
preview here.
T something.
Ford T something. Okay.
Oh God, a fucking ad. This old motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's Hell Comes to Frogtown. Came out in 1988, and it's Roddy Piper's finest moment. Lord rest his soul.
Anyways, fuck that guy. I love him actually.
Do what?
I wonder when the sequel's coming out.
They did have a sequel to it.
So,
it wasn't Roddy in it, but there is a Hell.
The Eubanks fight was good, and she ended up taking the win.
It was a good fight, though.
Chris Weidman versus Souza.
We talked about that a minute ago, and that's the fight of the night right there.
You had 193 attempted takedowns. Jesus, no, that was attempted strikes. Succeeded 68 Weidman versus 74 Souza, who ended up winning.
That's it. It was an extremely
knockdowns.
Even match.
Souza had 1,
and that was
takedowns.
The win.
Weidman had 1. So this motherfucker Weidman ends up grabbing his leg at the end and grabbing him and is like, and Souza knew he won. Souza.
Well,
Weidman
Souza caught him on the temple.
Had
Weidman
such
fell
good
over
training
backwards.
that he knew to just grab his leg, wrap it up, and go. But he was knocked the fuck out.
His eyes rolled back in the.
But he still, like a champion, was able to hold on.
Yeah, but and Souza was looking to the ref. Hey man, it's over. He didn't want to.
Like,
I don't want to hit him now. Look at him.
And Joe Rogan even said that. He even was like, we knew you didn't want to hit him. It didn't look like it, but you had to, and you made some strikes, and the judge called it off. And that was a good call on the judge. He came in, I think, at a pretty appropriate time.
Yeah. A little late on that one. I don't know. The guy was definitely out.
Not late enough to let the motherfucker get hurt, though.
Yeah, but against other fighters, Souza was. He
did,
in mind,
but his conditioning was so good from the ref's angle. I think it looked like maybe this guy has a chance and he's all right. But he was able to make that decision within about 5 seconds and go, no, it's done. It's done.
Weidman's fine. It was a good fight. He was obviously out, but
it's actually a really big win on Souza because I mean, like, he's always been that guy. He's always been the higher ranked guys, but like he just gets those certain matchups where like he wins, but then he gets those other matchups where he loses, where it like messes up with his title contention, And so, like, I feel like he got a good win tonight to put him title contingency, you know?
Yeah. It was a great matchup. It was an even fight.
And he's really right there, you know. He's
if
not
Souza
far
didn't
away.
get the knockout, he possibly may have lost by... Well, I don't know. He had more strikes, but he also got taken down once, so it could have been... It would have been really even on the cards if it went the distance, right?
Yeah. But, like, at the same time, I had a feeling that, you know, that Souza would win that fight just because he's such a strong, powerful guy, you know. He really is, you know, and a lot of times he does overpower the fights that he is in, you know, just because how strong and how powerful of a guy he is, you know.
Souza?
Yeah, he's such a strong, powerful
I've never
guy.
really watched him fight.
I was impressed with that guy. He did a good... both of them fighters. I think they both did a great
Well,
job. I wouldn't mind
well,
seeing
at this
heard
moment
it.
in time, we're actually going to do a Wesley Moon special where he hits the vape because he's grabbed a cigarette.
Oh, my God.
He's ready to hit that cigarette, but he knows he can't because we're inside.
I know, we're inside.
We got kids
Nobody
in here.
smokes
We're not
inside no
pieces
more.
of shit, but
That's,
we do vape inside because we are pieces of shit.
You know that Texas passed a law. Texas passed a law where you can't smoke in your car no more. And in the winter, while I'm
Can you
smoking
suck
in the
dick
car,
in your car?
my kids are freezing to death because I set them outside while I'm smoking in the car. They're not allowed to be
Yeah,
in the
you're a
car with
fucking
me.
liar. You're smoking in the car with him.
Yes, I am. But
Fucking bitch. You didn't even get a second in.
damn it.
Look how I do.
Look,
You're like, and then it's like, you don't, you do this,
No, I'm good.
you
I'm
do
good.
this.
It's such a chemical burn.
I don't know.
It's not there. I can't do
And
it.
basically the point is that if one of us has mouth herpes, we all do now because we just all hit the same vape. And quite frankly, that's hot.
Just like with the same way we do our women, you know.
It's like we put our penises in there and we shake them around. We
Stir
do the hokey
juices.
pokey and we shake it all about.
Yeah. Well, are we up to the main event now?
We're up to the main event. You know, the thing is, we watched the fight. We expected it not to last long. I expected it not to last long at all.
Yeah, the fight went pretty
Personally.
much exactly as it...
Yeah,
As
it pretty
as
much
as
panned
everybody
out the way
expected it to go.
everybody.
Yeah.
Could Cormier have taken him to the ground and beat his ass more? Yeah. Did he? Fuck no.
Because
He choked him out as quick as he could.
Knew, I'm not gonna... He just knows. I'm not in this fight.
Lewis was upset. Like he said, they put me in there with this kind of gas tank. Nah. There was another...
Lewis
Who was the other guy that said should have fought him?
Fight.
It's really only so much heart, you
What
know,
was that
and
guy's-
determination that
Yeah.
What was
really
that
only
guy's
gets you
name,
so
though?
far, you
You
know.
know who I'm talking about.
Lewis is fresh off of...
Are you talking about?
Lewis came out and he said, we know who so-and-so should fight Cormier. I shouldn't even be there.
Oh, you're talking about Stipe.
Stipe.
Of course
Yeah,
Stipe
yeah,
should.
yeah. He goes, I don't even have the gas tank for that. I
They
train
weren't-
like an hour in the gym.
But
I
they
don't
weren't
think he's
supposed to be the
playing
main
around.
card for this event
Like
anyway.
an hour, 3 or 4 times a day.
I mean, like...
But they weren't supposed to be the main card for this event anyway.
Well, this
That's good.
this last fight got thrown on last minute, you know? Like, it was
minute.
a total
And
last
so-
minute, like, fight that got thrown on.
Like a lot of people on the card were backing out. They had to rearrange the whole...
Yeah, like the whole...
Basically...
And,
like Poirier and...
So last minute, Derek...
Poirier and
Derek
Yeah,
was
so
popular.
Cormier and
Poirier
Derek
and-
Lewis, they
But
saved
what about
the card
Poirier and
last minute.
Diaz?
Yeah. So they both did their part for the sport.
Tell me,
to
what
make
would have
this
happened
a
if
money-making
Poirier
event.
wouldn't have been hurt? Poirier Diaz.
I still think Poirier would win that fight.
Yeah, because Diaz hadn't fought in 3 years, but
But
he is
Diaz-
always fucking
always
fight
training.
ready. He is always training.
He just is hard-headed.
Like you were saying,
Crazy.
he is overhyped. He's not as good as he thinks he is, and like you were saying,
Well,
like
it's
him.
not
He's
necessarily.
not- he thinks he's worth
he is
more
a
than
good
he's worth.
fighter.
He
I
is-
think
he's a great
he thinks
fighter.
his stocks is higher than it really is.
that was you,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that, but I count him a great fighter. He's a
great fighter.
But he refuses to adapt to his competition. He's always the same fighter every time he fights. Which
He really
I love
is.
that. And it gets him. He makes a good showing. He's just always Diaz.
And he is
Like,
a badass
hated
motherfucker.
it.
He can get his ass beat.
When he first
and do
came, when he
so
was
good.
on UFC, the Ultimate Fighter TV show, couldn't stand the
back
guy.
in like 08.
Yeah, a long time. I was watching that
06.
show and I hated the guy. I was like, I really hate this little bastard. But then he starts fighting, and he's just still he never changes.
Guys,
he just always.
I just want to say
like,
right now,
he's a boxer with grappling.
Yeah,
or
he's got great judo and jiu-jitsu.
I want to pull my glass up and say right now, guys.
I like. Nate
I'm drunker than 10
Nick,
fucking Indians, so.
Well, it's been a good night.
And I got some Cherokee in me, so I know what it's like to have a Cherokee penis in my butt.
So what? We call the show early. This is a quickie.
No. We're good. We're doing all right. Hey, right now we're at 30 minutes and 20 seconds. We're doing all right.
That's plenty.
I just want you guys to know I'm drunker than fuck, and you guys, maybe y'all are, maybe you're not. Fuck you guys.
You two killed that bottle over there. I was sipping on last night's Ezra Brooks.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit for even bringing that to my fucking house. Shout out to Ezra Brooks, fucking making you feel like shit. I suggest you don't drink it.
It's good.
Please don't ever try to sponsor us, because we'll tell you to fuck off, Ezra Brooks.
Half of us will tell you to fuck off.
Now,
it's good
Jack
going
Daniels.
down,
If Jack Daniels tells us to be sponsored by even their green label, I'll fucking put a bottle of that in my butt.
Gentleman Jack. Their big thing is
I will beer bong a bottle of Jack Daniels green label in my butt before I will ever drink Ezra Williams ever again.
They run the Gentleman Jack.
Statement to the test.
They run the Gentleman Jack twice through the charcoal drip.
I don't have a green
makes
bottle.
it smoother.
And we're past the time of buying from liquor stores, so I lucked out and am alive to drink another day. Thank God.
Yeah, but think about that. We have to take tomorrow off because we're out of whiskey.
Hopefully you by mouth, because I would prefer for it to be somebody handsome putting things in my butt.
Thanks to antiquated prohibition laws, we can't buy whiskey on Sunday, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the clocks change tonight.
You know,
I think they go back. We're losing an hour.
Well, once clock starts changing, you just gotta start pussy arranging.
Once you start estranging, your dick starts branding. I lost the word. Your dick starts.
I'm not good at rhyming.
Once you start rhyming, your dick starts getting in timing.
Once you start rhyming.
Once you start rhyming, your dick starts getting in hymen.
Once you start drinking, your dick starts getting flaccid and sweet.
Okay. Guys, we do gotta keep it down. The kids are sleeping.
Kids are sleeping. That's true.
Hopefully they're sleeping. If they're listening to this right now, quite frankly, somebody should arrest us.
CPS will come and shut us down.
What do you think about my mouse pad there, Choco Cat?
Well, I never heard no Choco Cat, but it's quite...
Well, it's fucking beautiful. I ordered it. It came with 2 pads off of Amazon instead of just one for like $12.
If you look at it from an angle, this little pad here, you got the eyes on the... like... not centered on these lumps. It looks like transgender boobs.
Okay. So. I actually saw a very similar one, but it had a cow's butthole right here, and it had a cow. It had a little cow's butthole.
That's very strange.
Anyways, it was funny.
Like,
you can look it up on Amazon. Like mouse pads.
Like Miss Garrison on South Park.
Exactly.
The way his breast looked. That's the way this thing looks.
But Cormier ended up taking the win. He choked him out. It was round 2? I said it was over in round 1. I said Cormier's going to win. The Black Beast is going to have to knock him the fuck out in the next round, or it's fucking done. It's probably done now. And it
Black Beast looked a little agitated sitting down in between rounds.
He did.
And he knows. He's outclassed. And he was just like, man.
He's got to get his ground game up.
It's good.
It's great.
Well, he said in the post-fight of his last fight, they said, do you want a shot at Cormier? He said, no, I get my black ass in the gym and can do some cardio. And
for sure.
But then, like a week later, he's taking this fight. He just fought like a month ago.
He did.
And so he was nowhere near ready to change gears and fight Cormier. But it was a payday, and they had to save the ticket. And I'm sure they made enough money off of it. What is that?
We'll go back. It's cool. Don't worry about that.
All right.
It was fucked up. We're going to move on. This was our post-fight show. We're going to finish out an hour. We're at 35 minutes, somewhere about.
I mean, we got to talk for another...
we got 30 more minutes to go through Drudge Report. We're going to have a fucking beautiful time. Twitter, sorry for, quote, Kill all Jews trending topic. Yeah, God fucking damn it.
Christ.
These motherfuckers shut down Gab, which Gab is a Twitter alternative that allows free speech. You can block people if they're putting up some weird anti-Semitic shit.
How is kill all Jews
Because
trending?
the guy that shot up that synagogue was actually a member of Gab. He posted his last post on Twitter, by the way, but they didn't shut down Twitter. They didn't take the servers from them. They took Gab's servers because he happened to be a member, which was fucking stupid.
Never heard of Gab.
Hate speech on live chats. Tests YouTube. Mag, Netflix, culture of fear. Yeah, there's some weird shit going on. We're gonna go to some news on Drudge that's gonna be hopefully humorous because all this fucking bullshit's stupid and we want to have a good laugh. We
What's
don't want to
Gab?
go over some. Gab is a Twitter alternative.
It's like a generic Twitter.
They do not.
It's the great value version of Twitter.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say it's a version of Twitter that accepts your free speech. They'll let you say whatever. If you say some anti-Semitic shit and you're a member of Gab and you see that, you can go block, and you don't have to see that anymore. You might block 50 people on there and go, okay, well, that's it. Now all I see is some cool shit that's funny and this, that, and the other. You have the choice to view the content you want to view.
You know,
You do on Twitter, but Twitter blocks that content when they disagree with it. And
Right.
people can say, you know, kill the president or this, that, and the other, and Twitter won't block those people. You know. By the way, that's probably Taylor calling me.
Taylor Swift.
Find a delicious news article on it.
I'm going to take this moment to tell y'all to go ahead and check out our Instagram page. It's Will Podcast, the number 4 Booze.
What's up,
Will
dude?
Podcast
You're
for Booze.
on
Get on our
Will
Instagram
Podcast
and
for
like
Booze.
us.
What have
And
you got to say for yourself, Slick?
you have Taylor
Taylor Trammell.
Trammell. Don't get his last name. Taylor Swift.
For somebody to have you drive them 90 miles and then not give you anything in return.
Oh, dude, I know. That's sad.
What?
It happens to me all the
I
time.
know,
brother.
dude. I was pretty surprised, man. I was like, the dude just went all over, like, the
Hey, but
Middle
you gotta
East and
respect
stuff.
it. You gotta respect it because a lot of people have you go from Grammar and be like, "Here's $5," and you're like, okay, you're a piece of shit. If you didn't want to give me anything, don't give me anything.
You're listening to Rob talking to his friend Taylor on the phone. I don't want to watch the video.
I thought Dennis was over there. Is Wes over there whispering in your ear now?
He
Yeah,
is.
I'm
They're
over
both
here.
over here.
I'm always whispering in ears.
Did you find a delicious?
You got them both whispering in each ear.
We do. Do you have a delicious
So
news topic
you're
yet?
skiing in the middle.
This guy
Have a
jumped
good old
in
ski
the water to
fest.
save a whale.
Fucking asshole. How do you save a whale in the water?
Right here. Fisherman jumps in to free entangled whale.
Are you swinging over, homie?
Swinging. Swinging implies you're swapping wives and such. It's weird.
That is weird.
Commercial fisherman is being hailed a hero after he jumped into the water off the central California coast to free a humpback whale from entangled. God damn it. I hit the wrong button.
Ads are part of our life.
You know I'm tired of all these ads.
Pepsi!
Somebody else control the mouse. I'm not good at technology.
0 sugar for your boogers.
Well, man, hey, we'll call you back. We'll be done with the podcast in about 30 minutes. Why don't you swing on by?
I can't talk.
Bring
for
us some
30
booze,
minutes.
because we don't have any. We've drank it all. I'm drinking 10 Indians.
I don't have any, and I don't have the money for any. You know, I'm not traveling all the way across the Grand.
Do you have any... Do you have any, like, hard drugs? Like maybe some ecstasy, some cocaine?
I can give you some penicillin.
Penicillin. I'll take some penicillin. I could use some
you
penicillin. I have an infection in my butt, and I
Take a
need.
shot right in the butt.
That's right. I have an infection in my butt, and I need some penicillin.
Jesus Christ.
Scientists may have found the key ingredient for a universal flu vaccine, and it comes from llamas.
He ejaculates from llamas?
Once you start
Read
reeling,
this shit, dude. Go
you
through
might
that.
start a penicillin.
That's when we go. Roche snagged regulatory approval for Zofluza, a single dose of oral medication The first new flu treatment approved in 20 years. Research indicates that llamas, the doe-eyed South American pack animal, may hold the key to flu vaccines. I don't know. Vaccines are for the very young and the very old. I don't really give a shit, so. Flu vaccines are. If you're young and healthy and you get the flu, drink a bunch of fucking water and eat some chicken soup and you're good to go. Don't vape. It makes you cough. I recommend real cigarettes.
Don't listen to this guy, children.
You probably shouldn't listen to any of us. We're
If you're a
awful
child,
people.
don't listen to us at all.
Yes. Listen, ask your
If
parents
you're-
first. No, don't. Anyway. You know that Rob left and the show is lost. We've lost our compass here, but I don't know what to do now.
Your compass?
Yeah, our compass. He points us in the right direction. He takes over, takes charge. He's the alpha male of the group, I guess.
He
I'm just kinda
erects
here.
our endeavors.
Jesus. Drudge report.
Once you get your hemorrhoids
go back to-
twisting, you gotta get your hemorrhoids fisting.
I'm gonna drop Drudge and go to
Oh shit, dude! I almost fell out of this chair.
let's see.
Hey, hand me that
Road
Texas
here.
Republic.
We're out.
What
dude.
time is it?
We are out of everything.
What time is it,
We have no more booze.
motherfucker? Scroll to the right.
Rush Limbaugh. I like that guy.
There you go. Hey, scroll over to the right real quick.
Over
and
here?
tell me what time it is. To the right. All the way to the
All
right.
the way to the right.
Go down. Go up. Right there. What time?
12:45 a.m.
God damn it.
Oh
it's
yeah.
past time.
Can't buy no beer tonight.
Motherfucker.
Oh, it's an antiquated law.
No
from Prohibition.
Yeah, we live in a time in the Blue Belt where you can't buy liquor at other stores other than liquor stores. You can't buy beer after 12. You can't buy liquor after 9 because motherfuckers around here need to loosen their Bible belts. You used to not be able to buy paper cups and plastic forks
Right here, the New York Times says.
because it was party supplies.
Says
They
that-
finally did away with that.
The New York Times says that Trump's tweets are the reason Republicans will lose.
Well, we don't want to get into all that bullshit. Trump's tweets and all that. Yeah, who gives a fuck?
I like his tweets.
I like it. It's cool.
He's crazy. He's weird. I don't know how tweets work though. What is that? Twitter? I need to get one of those.
Twatter. It's like you
Twatter.
take your twat and you
And
put it
according
on the
to-
spot.
Can I be like the president? Can I be like the president and just tweet whatever the fuck I want when I
Yeah, you
want?
can. You can tweet it fucking... You
Hey,
can tweet
man.
it Alec Baldwin, who just got in
Once
trouble
you
for
start
beating up a
tweeting,
driver for
you
taking
might-
his part.
Did you ever hear that the recording of Alec Baldwin left on his daughter's voicemail?
Yeah, oh, you mean his 9-year-old
Yeah,
daughter?
he called her a fat pig.
Yeah,
And,
fucking piece of
and she
shit,
got
dude.
pissed off and she
He's
posted it.
trash, dude.
Let's find
If I ever heard
find
anybody talk to any of my daughters like that at any age, I would fucking beat their goddamn ass. I'd take a baseball bat to the side of a motherfucker's head and go to prison. You don't talk to women like that, and you especially do not talk to my women like that, motherfucker. He talked to his daughter like that, called her a fat fucking pig.
Well, she wasn't answering his phone calls.
Oh, yeah, because he's a real outstanding motherfucker. I beat his goddamn ass for that. And he talk to his daughter however he wants. Don't talk to my women like that. I got women in my life. Motherfucker, you come after them, I will fuck your world,
Here it
dude.
is.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message for you.
9-year-old daughter.
Once again, it's 10:30 here in New York on a Wednesday. And once again, I made an ass of myself trying to get to a phone to call you at a specific time. When the time comes for me to make the phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing and I go and I make that phone call. At 11 o'clock in the morning in New York, and if you don't pick up the phone, at 10 o'clock at night, and you don't even have that goddamn phone turned on. I want you to know something, okay? I'm
What a fucking piece of shit.
Baldwin.
Talking to his daughter. You ever talk to my daughter like that? I don't give a fuck if you're grown, if you're not, if you're a kid, if you're not, if you're an adult. I will fuck your world. You talk to my daughters like that. What a piece of shit.
And she's either 12 or 11. He didn't know, so I can't confirm how old she is.
Yeah, he
so.
didn't even know how old his daughter is
Yeah.
because he's a piece of shit. And then he went and beat somebody's ass or tried to.
That's like my
assaulted him.
daughter. She's either like
He
12
tried to
13,
beat.
I
He
don't
tried
know,
to.
but
He tried to beat some guy up because he took a fucking parking space. Oh, I'm a hothead. Oh, fuck that guy. What a piece of shit.
I tell you what,
And then
man.
he wants to go on these different political shows and tell us his political views. Fuck you and your political views. Fuck you and whatever you think. You're a piece of shit. Alec Baldwin, you fucking cocksucker.
But he
Tell
was
you
in
what.
Beetlejuice, and that's a good movie.
Tell
That
you
was
what,
a
man.
great movie, actually, yes.
You put me
Gotta give him
against
props
Alec
for that.
Baldwin, I want to beat that motherfucker's ass, dude.
Right? Punch him right in the dick.
Dude, I would fucking hook him to his scrotum.
What a piece of shit, dude. You imagine if somebody talking to your daughter like that, and this motherfucker talks to his own daughter like that. Fuck this guy.
Well,
What a fucking joke.
I
And he
would-
wants to tell us what he thinks about politics. Like, you're a
Look,
piece of shit. You can't even
he'll
run your
jump
own
on-
household.
He'll jump on, let's say he'll jump on President Trump like Alec Baldwin is some sort of moral compass.
Yeah, a moral compass in this motherfucker.
He's some sort of moral authority
What a
over,
piece of
over
fucking
Donald Trump.
shit.
And
Trash.
he's out there talking like that to his daughter.
Give me
to a
something
damn
good.
kid.
If you don't like Donald
So-
Trump, give me something good.
Yeah, give me attack
You can
his
give me something good. You
attack
can
his
attack
policies. Let's hear-
policies, his moral
let's hear real
character,
stuff.
and I'll listen to it. But this motherfucker telling me anything about anything, and I'm gonna go, fuck you, Alec Baldwin. Why do they even allow him on TV? He is fucking trash.
There's a lot of Baldwins in Hollywood.
He is
his
absolutely
brothers,
trash.
cousins. And my favorite Baldwin is the one that was on Firefly. Adam Baldwin. I like him. I like the shit out of him. He was a character actor. He did
I'm
the
sure
job.
he's
He was
got
in
family
Predators
members
2.
that
He was
aren't
in
pieces of shit. We all have pieces of shit family members, motherfuckers. You know who
the show
you
Chuck. Did you ever see the show Chuck?
are. Cocksuckers. We know who
Did you
the
watch that?
shithead Hayneses
Great
are.
show. I recommend it.
We know who they are.
hey, I like my Baldwin to be in my.
Now, if
Am
you're
I?
if you're a fucking beaches of Normandy, we know you're probably good people because we know that we would like to storm your beaches of Normandy.
Hey, I like my Baldwins to be in the Orchestra 9 ceremonies. Oh no.
Oh no, motherfuck you, dude! I'm drunker than you, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, y'all got drunk pretty. Well, y'all were drinking all the
you,
gentlemen.
Ben
very fast.
Askren. Hey, let's talk about Ben Askren, dude.
Do
Ben
what?
Askelack?
Ben Askren, dude. The new guy
yeah.
just got freaking signed to UFC, dude.
Damn it, let me.
Dude, that motherfucker is supposed to be really good. So
How you
I've heard
spell his
today
last
by
name?
you,
Askren,
actually,
that's
like
it.
3 hours ago.
Let's look.
Yeah,
Ben
dude.
Askren,
This
yeah.
guy's freaking no joke, dude.
Tell me about
Oh
this
yeah,
motherfucker.
I've seen a.
Tell
I've
me
seen a
about
little
this
bit on this guy.
motherfucker, Dennis. Go.
Speak, Dennis.
Speak.
You're a UFC
Basically,
authority
he's
here.
been a guy that he's been on one championship fighting for ever now. You know, like he's basically been on this federation for a long time. You know, without. So basically, that's like Singapore's like federation for mixed martial arts, right? And it's freaking huge. Like, basically, it's probably as big as UFC as far as in Asia goes. You know, it's really huge, right? And so he's been fighting for ONE FC forever, right? And he's just like, he's one of the best grapplers in MMA. Like he's like, he's Olympian gold medalist freaking grappler.
Grappling that way, that'll put him top. So he just got signed to UFC.
Dude. Yeah, he just got signed to UFC. So check it out. They
So we
freaking
should watch him. What weight class?
well, he's a
You say he's a
170.
grappler, but is he a crappler?
He's a grappler, mixed snappler. But he got traded, right? So it was a weird thing. So they traded Demetrius Johnson. Remember Mighty Mouse?
Uh-huh.
They traded him for Ben Askren.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and 70 pound. So Ben Askren will be fighting in 170 pound.
Now, how does that work? He just entered UFC, so he doesn't really have a ranking. yet 'cause
Well,
he's not
so
fighting
one,
anybody,
so he was still on contract with ONE FC, right?
Uh-huh.
And freaking Mighty Mouse, he wanted to go to 1FC because I guess his trainer or something like that, like has ties to the 1FC, and so he wanted to go over there and stuff. And so Ben Askren wanted to come over here, and so it kind of worked out in an even killed trade, you know.
Okay. Well, how will he enter the ranking structures? You gotta fight a few people before they'll start putting him on the top 10, or
I would feel like he would.
Or does he have to slug it out on like UFC Fight Night, Friday nights, or whatever for a while?
I feel like he would probably take a fight to freaking bastard.
Do you think he would take this kind of a fight in his butt?
Hey, that reminds me of a joke. Why do they put saran wrap on cucumbers when you buy them?
Why?
So you can eat them after you use them.
I give up.
And it's well, it means that it has a protective covering while you're shoving it inside yourself, and then you can take the covering off, and it's the vegetable itself is still fresh.
Yeah.
Without juices on it.
Makes sense. If you want to go that far.
I'm sorry,
Fellas,
that's it.
We're drinking Gentleman's Jack as usual. We had a little bit of Texas Republic. Now, we're going to eat some old-ass eggs.
I love old-ass eggs.
The Dutchman's. Yeah, they are pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs. Old eggs reminds me of... they should have went through menopause before now, right?
Give it a smell.
That smells like pickled eggs.
They're pickled eggs, motherfucker. I got my pickled egg. I'm reaching...
Oh, my God.
Here's you. You reach in there for your pickled egg.
What is that? Is that a pepper floating around in there?
Yeah,
That's
it's a jalapeno.
That's a pickle? It looks like a pepper.
Reach in there for your nice, delicious egg. Dennis, reach in there. I know it now. It tastes like cigarettes because you know this motherfucker is getting cigarettes in this.
No, I use my right hand. I hold my cigarettes with my left hand.
Yeah, you're fucking
So I'm
lying.
grabbing
Piece
a
of shit, motherfucker.
Grabbing a pecker.
You're grabbing yourself a pickled pecker.
I love cigarettes.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peckers. And you're going to grab...
Peck of pickled peckers, Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peckers...
Once my pecker starts a pecking,
where's
my
the peck of
dick
pickled peckers
starts
Peter
a
Piper
wrecking.
So grab hold to that sumbitch.
Man, my fingers are not long enough for this damn thing. Hold on, fuck you and your fucking
Eat that,
egg
don't
over
want
Eat
my
here.
that
eggs.
pickled pepper.
I want this
You
pepper
got
right
the-
here.
I'm ready to eat this thing.
No, I want you to eat an egg.
Hold on, I'm gonna put this pepper in
smells
my
good,
other
though.
finger,
I
right?
want half of that pecker. Actually, pepper. I said pecker. I want half of that pecker in my butt.
You want half my pecker? You get.
Oh, I got
you
the egg. All right, I got the
0.75
egg.
Okay. Grab those
Okay.
lids. We're going to put the
Grabs.
lids back on. Ah,
Where'd the
motherfucker.
lids go?
They're on the ground. Hold your horses, Dennis. I tossed the motherfuckers because I'm a piece of shit. They've been on the ground. Now we're going to have dirty, rotten fucking eggs to
Well,
eat
maybe
next
if
time.
you fucking take your fucking
These
your
are the
jar of
Dutchman's.
fucking
You buy them when you're on your way to
pickled
Hamilton,
fucking
Texas, and you
Oh,
stop
man.
at the Dutchman's. You
I
can
still
pick you
got
up
you.
some old
This guy
ass
feels
Highway
solid,
281.
mild pickled eggs. You feel how firm these are? Give it a little squeeze.
Good to go. Are we eating them now?
We're here.
Okay.
Tastes like a bag of dicks.
Oh, delicious.
Tastes like the year 1937.
It's like a spicy pickled egg to me.
Oh my god.
Well, before we degrade ourselves any further, I said we call it good on the... And we sign off on episode, 3 or 4?
This will be episode 4.
Yeah.
Aren't you keeping track, you fucking cocksucker?
Well, I think in Spanish. I was thinking numero cuatro.
Well, you obviously don't speak French. So,
Numero... What? No.
god damn, that was disgusting. Why did y'all talk me into that?
Actually pretty good.
Why? You're the one fucking hosting the show, motherfucker.
I am not only the one hosting the show, I also brought the goddamn eggs out. I'm gonna eat this pepper. This pepper.
Pecker.
Alright, on that note, check out our Instagram. Soon we'll
Fuck
Take a
you
bite,
and
take
your
a bite.
fucking jalapeno.
Motherfucker, take a bite. It's a pepper. Take a
No.
bite. Take it and take a bite and hand it to Wes.
Soon we will have a
I
Twitter
don't want to wake
and a
from
Snapchat.
nasty mistakes.
Take a bite. Dennis, it's yours, dude.
Man,
now it looks
drip shit all over
disgusting.
me.
Take a bite.
I'd rather fucking whack my
Wes
fucking
and I are gonna
wiener
fuck
off
you
with
in the
fucking
ass if you do not
habanero
take this
juice
goddamn
and
pepper.
fucking...
We're gonna take your. Okay, never mind. It looks like we're gonna take you in the ass. You see how much I paid for this goddamn jar that Wes actually paid for?
$11.29.
Did you buy that in Hamilton?
Oh yes, off
Quite
Highway
frankly,
281 on
we
your way
bought
down
it.
to Hamilton in Texas.
Call it Slamilton.
The Dutchman, Hidden Dutchman, Dutchman Valley, something I
The
forget.
Hidden
fucking name.
Dutchman Slamilton.
It's pretty good out in Slamilton. I like Hamilton. It's a good town.
Here, dude. This
Not
is
bad.
the last. This is the last bit of alcohol.
If you want
I
to
had.
fuck your
Is
sister.
that alcohol?
This is the last bit of alcohol. Yeah, this is the last bit of alcohol.
Fuck
I
you,
had.
dude. It's fucking lemon juice, you fucking bastard. You pretend you just fucking helps.
Oh my god, how do you stop this thing? We've degenerated to
Take
just,
this shit.
Fuck.
Now we're drinking lemon juice.
Why are we drinking lemon juice?
No, I'm
Take
good.
you a sip, dude. We'll puke out in the yard in a minute. You're cool. Don't you worry about it, baby girl.
If you're listening, we're gonna have a
Take a drink,
Patreon
take a
soon, and we accept booze as payment. So just send us
We do.
whatever you
You
got.
didn't even motherfuck you.
You bastard.
I don't care if your uncle made it in a prison
Take
shitter.
a drink. Take a drink.
Send us your
You're
booze.
fucking you. Dennis has a case of
How do I stop
the
this
vape
thing?
lung. Don't you worry about it. We're gonna listen to Dennis take a drink of this fucking lemon juice. It's pure lemon juice. I'm a good friend because I helped wash that nasty taste of fucking rotten, disgusting 50-year-old eggs from the Dutchman.
I feel like you're bad friend for fucking suggesting it in the first place.
I'm a piece of shit. Hey, this is Will Podcast for Booze signing out, and you know we love you guys, so
No homo.
no homo.